He married my sister, now we're living together.
We are roommates-in-law.
Roommates-in-law, Tom.
Hello, Timothy.
How are things, Tom? What'd you just crack open? I just heard a
Just a little LaCroix.
Isn't that's like a really Pavlov thing where right when I heard the I was like, ooh, something refreshing just happened.
It really is. There isn't much better than the first sip of a carbonated beverage.
Oh, it's just that burn, Tom. I mean, we've gone over this. Lizzie and I were going really hard into the Topo Chico limes.
I heard you went into some serious financial debt.
Well, we did have to refinance the apartment that we rent and to go in because we were going heavy on the limes.
I like the idea of going up to a landlord, a New York City landlord, saying, "Hey, we'd like to refinance this place."
What are our refinance options looking like right now? Because we kind of really took a big position on Topo Chico lime.
I guess the word I'm looking for is I'd like to unfinance this apartment.
Well, okay, let me dumb it down for you. If you're not a finance guy, we need 4 months free rent, or we're in a lot of trouble.
What's the best way to do that?
I mean, these Topo Chico limes, you just suck these things down, and it's a more refreshing Sprite. It's just delicious.
Oh, wow. Yeah. And Topo has really mastered the right level of carbonation.
It burns just enough. Boy, it burns so good.
It's a crispier carbonation than your average seltzer.
It's the crispy carb without that over sweetness of the Sprite, because I'm a Sprite guy. I love Sprite.
Yeah. I think it's crazy that you're comparing Sprite and a sparkling water.
What's a Topo Chico lime?
What does that mean?
It's got a little hint of lime in it, Tom.
Yeah, but it doesn't have like it's not sugar though, right?
I know, but it's just a little hint of lime.
Yeah,
Kind of like a Sprite. Hence the comparison, Tom. I don't know where we're being confused right now.
Because it started as being compared to LaCroix, which is a much more similar beverage.
Oh, well, LaCroix only came into the picture because of the at the beginning of the pot.
Yeah. I forgot.
And then we started talking about my massive financial debt because of Topo Chico lime.
Were you in financial debt because of Sprite before that too?
Well, Sprite's much more affordable.
Yeah, that's true. But
these glass bottle limes.
But a moment on the lips, forever on the hips with Sprite.
Is that true? Well, I think it's sugar. No, it's caffeine free. That's why I started drinking it. Because I'd get my little headaches if I have too much caffeine.
Oh, I don't know if I can have enough caffeine.
It's not working for you anymore?
Not really.
You got to just start mainlining Adderall.
Maybe I'll just snort a bunch of I'll mix Adderall and a bunch of other stuff.
Just tap it down into a. How do they do it? I mean, I've never smoked crack, but those guys seem to have a little system down.
They got a little pep in their step too.
They got a little something going on.
Yeah,
not nothing.
You know what they don't have is they don't have a good friend that they're not roommates with.
Well, they probably do, honestly, but I bet they're not.
Well, they're not roommates with anyone, honestly.
Yeah, they're kind of just they're roommates of the world.
They have never financed an apartment.
No, but they're definitely not brothers-in-law with any of them. I'll tell you that right now.
But they could be good friends.
I guess they are good friends. I guess you don't. I mean, I don't know. I bet you start out as good friends and then you just become competition.
Yeah, I think once you're in the crack game, you can't have friends because your whole life becomes about getting crack.
Yeah, no friends in the industry, Tom. Damn, R.I.P. to Drake.
Damn, dude. Drake was a real one. I can't believe he died.
Kid's absolutely dead in the water. Hey, Tom, I got to give you my big fat condolences. I'm looking at your Timberwolves.
Don't do it yet.
No, I'm being polite. I mean, they put up an unbelievable fight. They went deep. They did their thing.
We've been up 5 in the last 5 minutes in each of the last 3 games we've lost.
I never said it wasn't truly heartbreaking.
I know it's killing me, Tim. So why are you bringing this up right now?
Well, because I'm staring right at a Minnesota Timberwolves sweatshirt, and
we got one last night. We won last night.
Wait, I thought you guys got swept.
No, it's 3-1 right now.
Oh,
that's why I said don't do it yet.
Oh, I thought. So here's why. I got a text from my friend. This is really funny. She was like, hey, I know I've never met Tom, but I'm sitting here watching the Timberwolves game, and I'm like really nervous for him.
Yes. Thank you to whoever that was.
Shout out Whitney Myers, an absolute queen.
Yeah, I have been, some would say I've put too much of my emotional energy and my mental health into the Minnesota Timberwolves this year.
I don't think that's possible, Tom.
You don't think I've overdone it?
Well, you bought a couple of articles of clothing. You watch the games. You're enjoying the sport.
I missed less than 5 games this year.
But I do think it's
in
fair
an 82 game season.
Okay, that actually is insane. Those are Hall of Fame numbers, Tom. But I mean, as a former Division I athlete, you guys are just more dialed into the sport.
Right. I have a harder time letting it go, knowing that I was that close to playing at that level.
If you did, I mean, a lot of people don't know this, but if you didn't tear your ACL that summer working out with the Atlanta Hawks, you'd have been in the mix.
I mean, they were sticking me in the corner. I was just catch and shoot. I was a catch and shoot kind of guy. I was,
53%, not bad.
No, yeah, I mean, it's great. 48% from 3. I was leading the league, the G League.
A lot of people would call that lights out shooting, Tom.
Yep. That's what they called me, lights out Tom.
So that's what I
mostly
can't
because
judge
after practice I used to prank the team. I'll just turn off the lights in the whole stadium.
They're like, just be nice to him. I don't know. He's trying his best.
He's really trying to get this lights out Tom nickname going.
They're like, wait, which one of you guys came up with? They're like, no, he came up with it. That's why he's really selling this thing.
That's right. So he turns off the lights and then he sprints up to the announcer booth and he goes, "It's lights out Tom."
Like, just laugh. Just laugh. He's a nice guy.
It's gonna end quicker if we laugh.
You actually didn't blow your ACL. You got fully Nancy Kerrigan. Somebody just absolutely crowbarred your knees. They're like, we can't stand this guy anymore.
We can't. I mean, I'm walking out of the stadium every night hitting my shins on the chairs because he turns the lights off.
Oh, so Tom, where the hell are you?
I'm in Michigan. I'm in. You've been here before. I'm at my sister's place, where we filmed one of our favorite roommates-in-law series premieres.
Still recovering from that shoulder injury, by the way.
Yeah, this is where you took a straight fall in the ground, committed to the bit.
You can't tell me I'm not going to go all the way, Tom.
No, you
learned that the hard way when I spit an entire cup of water in your face.
Yeah, a bottle of water, I believe. It was about 16 ounces.
You look surprised and pissed and kind of impressed.
I started dying laughing pretty quick. I was like,
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm making my way your way, Tim. Hey, this is a fun announcement. I think this will be maybe one of the last. This might be the last Zoom episode ever.
Holy crap, folks. Did you hear that? Write that down, folks.
That's a bad promise to make because we both travel a lot. But
and the reason I'm asking people to write it down is because Tom will break that promise here.
Don't just blame me. You didn't move to LA. I moved first.
No, I moved first.
No, you did not.
Yeah, but I was the one that made the decision first.
No.
I had to wait out a lease.
No.
You were month to month, Tom. I had responsibilities that I had to finish up.
Such bullshit.
I would never absolutely hose my landlord like that.
Oh my God, that's not.
You think I'm going to hose Chicago apartment place after all they did for us, Tom?
They did a lot for you. That place was great. Shout out Greenview.
We love that 3912 Greenview.
Was it Greenview?
Yeah. Byron and Greenview. Shout out. We love it. Miss it every day.
Yeah.
You're bringing your big fat buns this way.
I'm heading out that way. Yeah, I just stopped by old Chicago last night, 2 nights ago.
Here we go.
Did Zanies, did Laugh Factory.
See all the peeps?
Saw none of our friends.
Oh, good. Oh, it's because none of them, the 2 of them live there now.
Yeah.
None of them are there.
But I did see our pal Daryl Schmitz in Madison this weekend. I did Madison. Tim, this is probably the greatest comedy weekend of my life, if I'm being honest.
Go ahead, lay it on me.
It's not even going to be fun. We have way better podcast episodes when it's like an absolute dog
when it's
shit
a nightmare. Yeah. Let me guess. Crowds were packed and they were amazing.
Yeah.
Everything worked. How about this? Couple of hot riffs in there?
Comedy on State, couple of really fun riffs. Here's the riff I'd like to publicly apologize for because I know our good friend D. Schmitz does listen to the pod, and
love you, Daryl.
And I kind of want to post this video because it was so much fun. Every once in a while,
already
you
excited
find a
about
riff where you're like, I don't know where this came from, but now this is like the recurring bit for the show.
Absolutely.
The last time I performed at Comedy on State with Daryl, like a few months ago, he said something about how he just got married to his wife, and a guy in the back of the room immediately was like, "Wife?" Like,
Oh,
he's
oh.
like, "What a guest husband."
Everyone does
And
think Daryl's gay. What is
yeah,
that?
I don't know.
I think the hair is a little too what is the word? Coiffed.
Yeah, it's pretty high and tight and well, and he just looks like the gay guy from Modern Family. He looks like,
Yeah, he does. He keeps it pretty groomed.
yeah, and he wears tight shirts and
And he's
stuff,
in good shape.
He's in good shape.
So what we're trying to say
Yeah.
is Daryl's a gay man.
Well, and he keeps having sex with men too. I
He
think that's where
does
the
actually
confusion
blow more dudes than you would imagine.
is.
It's insane.
Oh man, Daryl's gonna hate this because this is what the basically. So I went on stage and told that story from the last time, and of course in Madison it's fun, and then I Daryl was talking about, I don't know, having sex with his wife, and I had some riff about Daryl. I was like, I can't stop picturing Daryl having sex. It seems so unnatural. And then that starts hitting, and then I'm talking to some other guy about sex, and I'm like, you could show Daryl a thing or two, and I don't know
Oh,
why
Tom was in the bag.
it got stuck in my head where every default riff was Daryl's bad at sex or unable to please his wife, or I have to have sex with Daryl's wife.
Oh boy. Okay, so this really got off the rails pretty quickly.
It got out of hand. I mean, I probably took 8 to 10 swings at it, and it
And
was
if on a beach?
what? No, I was headlining.
Oh, this was this. Okay. This is Thursday.
Yeah.
I was like,
No,
this is
that
one
would've
of the
been
more
insane.
wild sets I've ever heard on a
In
beach.
20 minutes, I've taken 10 Daryl riffs.
That's what I was like. Look, every 2 minutes, you're absolutely swiping at Daryl. That's insane. That's insane. Tom. And you're like, yeah, it's one of the best comedy weekends of my life.
No, it was
That's
so
ruined Daryl's.
fun because Daryl crushed. So it's like they loved him. And then it's like I start by saying he was like my first friend in comedy. So it's
Mhm.
like the rapport is all there. And then I'm like, and get this, I'm gonna have sex with his wife.
And wait till you hear this part of it, folks. Yeah, it would be a little darker if you're like, yeah, I've never met that fucking guy, and then every riff is like gonna absolutely slam his wife.
Because he's
But it's like-
unable to.
You're like, all
completion.
right, man. Like this, it was. I guess it was kind of fun at first, but it's
It
getting
was
dark.
it's just
Did
one of
Daryl
the-
hum a Miller Lite at the stage?
Dude, he was so mad. It was so funny. I mean, it's just, but he understood. I'm like, it's one of those riffs where the first time it hit, second time it like kind of hit, third
Kinda,
time
yeah.
murdered,
Because you got to. Did you take a much longer pause for that third one? Yeah.
and the third one really snuck up because I wasn't planning it. It literally just made sense at the end of this joke.
What's also perfect because after the second one didn't hit that well, in the audience's mind, they're like, so that's probably done now.
He's done with that one. Yeah.
And then 15, 20 minutes later, I'm going to bang his wife.
Yeah, exactly. It was so fun. I mean, it was just sometimes you don't know if you're riffing and rapping and having fun up there. You don't know what the games are going to be that you're playing.
Sure.
And
You're spinning a lot of
sometimes
plates.
Sometimes it's I'm going to bang my good friend's wife.
I guarantee you weren't walking your fat buns up to that stage going, can't wait to talk about banging Daryl's wife the whole time.
No, I couldn't get it out of my head once the first riff happened. And it was a great old time, and yeah, you know what? I'll tell this. This is embarrassing. And
Yes.
then and you were there. You were the only witness to this. We
Yes.
might have told this already. You remember the Mulaney scenario?
Tom, do I remember the Mulaney scenario? Come on.
So when Tim made his headlining debut at Comedy on State in Madison, Wisconsin, the best club in the country, he asked
none.
the young man at the time. I actually was the youngest man alive, to come feature, which is a very kind thing of him to do. And it was my first time performing at this club with anything more than a guest spot. And right before the show, I'm looking at headshots, and I find Mulaney's. And he's my favorite of all time. And I'm going, dang, it's really cool to perform at the same place as him. And maybe I'm getting a little teary-eyed. I'm going, me and my good friend Tim are here. We get to perform here. And Tim rounds the corner right as I'm doing this. And he goes, what are you doing, Tom? I go, I'm getting a little teary-eyed looking at John Mulaney's headshot right now. So on Thursday, here's how much of a cheese ball I am.
You can hit the cheese a little bit.
Thursday, right as Daryl goes on stage, I'm getting ready. There was 220 people in there. It's an electric show. I'm like so pumped to get on stage.
Right.
And I take one lap around and I stop at Mulaney's headshot again.
Gotta
And
do
I
it.
go 2 for 2 on boo-hoos. Because here's why. On his headshot, he was doing a Wednesday, Thursday.
Oh, he wasn't even hitting the weekend.
So he's like, thanks for a stupendous Thursday. And that hit me right in the chest.
Oh, right in the dang dinky. Okay, now that one's a little more fair. I'll give you that.
Yeah,
Because we always just assume that Mulaney, he was doing
always
that
the
club
king.
because he just popped in because he was just doing 9 arenas in a row.
Exactly.
And he's like, I want to work on some new. But no, he had to hit the Thursday button too.
Kid had to do a weekday first. Yeah.
Absolutely. Did you even stop by my headshot and cry? What the fuck?
I didn't cry. I did flick it off and rub my
Flip.
dinky on it.
Flip.
Flick.
Flip.
I
We've
thought you
gone
were on
over
Team
this,
Flick.
Tom. No, it's Flip with a P as in Paul.
But it's Flick too.
No, it's not.
It's Flick or Flip. That was what we decided. It's either.
No, we got off on a different tangent and then we never actually settled the argument.
It's flip a bird, flip the bird, flick
but you
the
could,
bird.
But you could flick it.
Only if you could catch it.
You could catch it. Incredible that we even remember that. No,
Hey,
I mean you gotta stop by. Oh, that was there. That was at the dang.
That was right here. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Holy Lord
That
in
Flick
heaven.
the Bird podcast was recorded right here in this cabin.
In that very home. What the absolute hell? Have y'all been hitting the hot tub button out there? What's going on?
I hit the tub yesterday. It was a little. I wish it was like a little bit colder for the tub.
Right. It's a little toasty.
It was like 70 and sunny, and it's like that's fine, but it's a little less.
You got that's a get in, get out situation. You're sitting on the edge a lot.
60 and cloudy. I'll be in the tub for 4 hours.
I'll die in that tub, dude. I'll
Wait.
die in there anyway.
I forgot. Before I forget, for Comedy on State, the one thing happened. And it was living in my head the rest of the weekend. So the staff there, obviously the best staff. We love them. And after the show on Thursday, we're all milling around, we're all hanging, and then like the waiters and waitresses are all like in the main room settling up tips and everything.
Yep.
And I'm walking around and just thanking everyone before leaving. And I go in there, I'm like, thank you guys rule. And they're all like, oh my God, great show. And I was like, yeah, was it good for you guys? And they were like, yeah, oh yeah, it was great, it was awesome. And one of them just goes, it was like an average crowd. And I laughed because I thought she was doing a bit, and then she just kind of stayed in it and then turned and went back to counting her money. And I was like, oh fuck, I think you meant that.
Man, could have just lied. Could have lied.
Yeah.
Because I fully thought it was like the best show that's ever existed.
It was the best night of my life. And you were
they were mid. They were kind of touch and go there for a minute. I don't know.
They were fine. And
they did not like all of the you fucking your friend's wife stuff. I'll tell you that. I don't know why you thought that was working.
I think she meant she had to have meant from a waitress's standpoint.
Yeah, for sure.
But it was
I guess
the delivery was unreal because it was right on the tail end. It was like, yes, average crowd.
It's mid. Who cares? I fucking hate this job. I guess the correlation is if the crowd is great, then they tip a lot better. Right?
Yeah.
But shouldn't she also just lie to every comedian?
Yeah, I don't think there's as much benefit to ever being like, they sucked.
Has she ever met?
Unless they really sucked ass. Unless it was like a really bad show.
Then I think you need to lie even more, right?
Maybe.
Oh man, you were great. They were. I don't know what was going on with them. Your stuff was killer.
Your stuff was great. It just didn't make any of them laugh.
Yeah, they didn't like it. I think the problem was like a lot of the premises didn't match up with any of the punchlines that you were saying, but like still edgy.
You were good though.
It was good. You did say come for like 40 minutes straight, which people typically love.
God.
You got any cum jokes, Tom?
No, I had one line for a little while, but it just wasn't really working. So
I don't think I've ever had a cum joke.
Nah.
Is that really ever a moment where I'm like, or like where you just came and you're like, oh wait, oh this could be a bit.
Well, there's also yeah.
Oh,
Well,
here's something.
no, if that's the case, I'm typically thinking about something so different.
Yeah, it takes me a while to get back into comedy mode.
Yeah, or no, but also I'm not if I'm in post nut clarity mode, I'm not thinking about cum still.
Oh, right, because the cum's off the brain. I guess the bit would come before the cum.
Yeah. Guys, you're sounding like Seinfeld now.
You got to come before the cum. It is true, though. I mean, I guess you know what we need to try to do. This is a fun little writing exercise. Try to not come. Yeah, try to not come for like 2 weeks,
and then see if you can write a bunch of jizz material.
No, to see what happens to your brain. Because sometimes if I don't come for like 4 days, I can like see through walls. Like it's like I start to fully hallucinate and turn into an insane human being. So like, what if you just like didn't come for 2 weeks and then tried to write?
Well, I think isn't there like
stuff.
isn't there a whole movement of like hyper masculinity online where it's like preserve your seed?
Is that seriously?
I think it's like then the testosterone goes back into your body or whatever.
What to what end? What are they trying to achieve there?
I think the problem is this is appealing to men who are unable to have sex with people.
Right.
So then they say, no, we're doing it by choice. We're not incels.
This is just no fat February for incels.
Yeah.
You know that whole Reddit thread is just full of TSA agents. These are guys that
oh my god, not a butt in sight.
No butt, it's all gut, dude. They can't even reach the dinky, so they're going, no, I'm doing this on purpose.
Yeah, the dinky pull is not fun. The dinky pull, by the way, that's my least favorite carnival game. Step right up to the dinky pull.
Like, why is there a weird smiley face painted on this dinky? I don't like this carnival at all.
Is this a TSA agent's dinky that I got to pull right now? Oh God! Wait, I wanted to shout out before we move on from comedy on stage. Shout out to my brother. He drove down on Thursday for the headlining debut. Drove down from Minnesota.
King.
You know what's really fun is having one person with you at a show because you can kind of like they get the same experience as you.
Meaning what?
Like if 5 people
like your bro was with you, so he got to he came up to the green room and hung and then was like bebopping around the bar and
exactly
saying, hey, I got you.
The whole staff knows who it is. Whereas if 5 of my family members had come, I would have said, go sit your asses in the show.
Hello.
I'll see you
all the way in the back. Don't even look at me in the eyes.
Yes. So I had my brother on Thursday, and then Guilfoyle, my buddy Jack Guilfoyle from college, he drove up from Chicago on Friday.
Guilfoyle, kind of a great last name.
Killer last name, pod listener as well. Shout out JG. And then it was fun and featured for Taylor Tomlinson for the weekend. She's a killer. It's just a fun ass time.
It's just kind of an unstoppable weekend, Tom.
3 p.m. show to close it out, Timothy.
Weird. How was the energy on the
3P? Kind of great. And I think part of me was like, damn, are 3 p.m. shows the answer? And then upon reflection, I think it's just Taylor Tomlinson is the answer. Like, it was just, all the shows sold out in 8 minutes. So people were excited to get tickets to any of the shows.
I was going to say, I think it's more of a thing of you need to sell out every single show almost immediately.
Yeah.
It's not like...
like if I just did a 3 p.m. Sunday.
Yeah, I'm not really feeling like the 7:30 and 9. Can we do a 2 and a 4?
But on a Sunday, 3 p is kind of fun because no one wants to leave their house at 7 p on a Sunday. And
maybe people have already they went to brunch. They were a little boozy Susie. They hit a
Memorial Day Sunday too.
Oh, bingo, bango. They hit a couple of a dang bottomless mimosas.
Yeah.
And then scooted on over to Chalmedy on State and said hello to the young man.
They said, Tom, what do you got for us today, bud?
Tom, you better be ripping a goddamn bit, dude.
Yeah.
I'm pissed.
So it was fun. That's all I had on Comedy on State, but it was the best weekend.
Well, we love to hear it. I mean, we love a big fat win. I got a text from Alec mid-Friday night.
We were pretty much everyone just was talking about you the whole time because we also made a very lasting impact on a couple people there. We filmed that promo that they talk about every time I'm there still.
We were pretty banged up.
Yeah, we were hammered and we filmed the best drink promo video they've ever had. at 2 a.m.
Oh,
And
we were pretty proud of that one too.
it was well done, honestly. So everyone just still like, I mean, immediately everyone's just, how's Timmy doing? When's he coming back? And I was like, well, I believe you guys can answer that.
I believe. Let's see. Where's Alec? Alec, when's Tim coming back? You fuck. He's texting my fat ass.
He's like,
He's
we gotta
going-
get you back here.
He's going, man, Tom's absolutely cooking on stage right now. We miss you guys so much. Got to have you back ASAP. I was like, hey, Alec, you're the booker. Hey, Alec, you make these decisions.
He's like, oh
He's
shit.
like, I don't know what I got to do to get you back here, but like, we just got to get you back. I was like, give me a date. I will show up.
He's like, I've been looking at the books and I just can't figure out how to get you back here.
I mean,
What
I
do we
don't know
have to do?
how to work this calendar app, but once I figure out how actual dates and calendars work, you're in, dude. Alec, we love you. We're goofing.
Yeah.
Hey, oh, Tom, we just got I forgot we had a big fat 0 submission.
We got.
Did you read it?
No, I didn't see that one, but I got 2 as well. So let's do a
Okay,
little
huge.
0 segment.
Well, this one's super long and I haven't read it yet, but I did want to tell you this little fun situation.
yeah.
Here's a good thing that happened in my life. This is a great follow up to you having the best weekend of your entire life. It finally happened for me, Tom. Scrolling my phone, walked right into a parked car. That's not bad.
No.
That's not bad.
Oh my god, dude.
Dude, the way that this guy looked at me, because like
Wait, where? How did you walk into a parked car?
I'm in the Ridge, baby. I'm just on one of my day walks,
Right.
scooting my fat ass around, crossing the street. And I'm thinking, sometimes I take a different angle here. There's some dog I don't want to be near over here. It's some 900-pound pit bull. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm going to head this way. So I just kind of like noticed it, adjusted my angle, kept looking at the phone, just boom. I mean, like kind of hit it hard.
What did you make contact with first? Your knees?
Well, it was like the perfect part of my stride where it was like, I don't even know how it would happen, but like your whole body's kind of flat at the time. So I kind of belly flopped into it.
Oh, what kind of vehicle are we talking here? Is
It was a
mid-size SUV?
It was a small like sedan.
Okay.
So it did kind of sneak up on me. And it's car's fault, Tom. And
Who put this here?
so I mean, I kind of like boom into this thing. And I'm kind of trying to laugh it off, like, because that's all you can really do in a moment like that. And there's another guy that saw it happen. And I thought he would be laughing with me. The look of like, he was an older guy. And you can tell that like I'm someone who's gentrifying his neighborhood.
Yeah.
And he's one of those guys that would complain that like kids only look at their phone these days. But
Yeah.
I think it was another level of disappointment because I'm not 16.
Yeah. He's like, hey,
He's like-
you're supposed to be closer to my side of these things.
Yes, he's like, what the fuck are you doing? You're not setting a good example. I mean, Tom, I smacked this car, and then and I'm trying to share a laugh with this guy, and just the look of disgust on his face. He was just like, "This, we're doomed. It's over."
I would pay handsomely for some security footage of this.
It was a tough look. I mean, I checked the side of the car to see if I dented it. Like it was like I just hit it really hard.
Well, like,
You know those videos where people just walk right through a glass door
I was
and you're like,
just about to say that.
well,
Have
it's
you
like,
ever
how did
done
they
that?
even get that much momentum? No, I have not.
So I've never actually broken one, but I have smacked my face on one before. And when you're walking, like, even though
It's
you're not
surprising.
moving fast, if you hit something you don't see coming, like, you do have your full body's momentum.
Yeah, it's
So
surprising.
It's kind of hard.
Like I really hit. I came home immediately after. I had to finish my walk. I was like, I'm done.
Did you put your phone away, or did you read the rest of the tweet that you were reading?
Oh, I absolutely put my phone away
Yeah.
after I edited and sent the tweet that got 6 likes. But I mean, I just kind of couldn't believe it. And I think if the guy would have laughed with me, I would have continued the walk. But it was his look of disgust where I was like, you know what? I got to get back. I got some There's some dishes I gotta get done at the apartment. I got this.
That's New York City just popping in to say, hey, don't get too
Hey.
comfortable.
Oh, you were scared of a massive pit bull, so you decided to veer a little bit to the left? Well, how about a Toyota Corolla for your ass?
How about a Toyota Corolla and a 5th generation Polish man who's gonna judge the shit out of you?
Man, all I needed was a smile from him. Just a little bit of acknowledge that what just happened was hilarious. Zilch.
Nope.
Zilch from that guy.
He just goes, you are younger. The gray hair kind of ages you, but you're younger than I thought you were.
Yeah, you're dumber than I thought you were.
You're dumber and more immature than you should be.
And I was like, brother, you have no idea. This is the tip of the iceberg here, King.
Click send on a tweet that's like one of the dumbest thoughts you've ever had.
It's that tweet where it's like, and it's the hand shaking. This is what I thought. This is one I thought was great, and it was a Quasimodo and a detective, and then hand shaking, and it said, "I have a hunch."
There we go. That's pretty good. That's not bad at all. How'd that one do?
Not great. Not great. Not what you want it to do. Every time you click send, you're like, "Well, there it is."
Wait,
that's the one.
I had one of those that I was really proud of. The handshake ones. It was
sometimes those are fun.
Oh, it was Trump's impeachment and my dad's take on teenage drinking only in the house. That's pretty good.
That's not terrible. I'll tell you what, that is not terrible.
It was good when that was like a relevant news story.
It'll be relevant here pretty soon again. Don't worry.
I'll throw it out there again. You think I won't? Not? I'll fucking do it.
One last handshake tweet. This is one of the best ones I've ever had.
There we go.
It was getting a good haircut, getting a bad haircut, handshaking, getting a haircut. Is that the dumbest shit you've ever heard in your life?
Perfect. That's dialed in.
Why the hell not? We're allowed to have fun, Tom.
God.
Well, wait. Get into one of those zeros.
All right. I got a. God, my sister just FaceTimed me twice, and then I ignored it. I said, and then she said, "Rude, recording the pod."
Rude.
And she's also the first person where if the pod is late, she's like, "Hey, what the hell are you doing with your life?"
We're trying to POD right now.
Jesus Christ, Maddie. All right,
walking in the cars over here.
Here's a zero submission from Lizzie. Zero of the week submission. This couple refuse. Okay, also look at the picture of this couple.
Ooh. I mean, what is happening with that guy?
So
he looks like a Halloween mask. He looks like have you ever seen Dennis the Menace? Yes. He looks like the bad guy on Dennis shave the head, get back in the gym. That's his wife's fault, honestly.
Okay.
You can't allow your guy to walk around like that.
So for anyone who's not on watching on YouTube, this guy he's wearing all black. He's got like some really bad black sneakers with red laces on. He's probably about 60, but looks really bad.
Yeah.
He's mostly bald, but long hair on the back.
Tough.
And almost mutton chops. He's wearing a couple chains also.
Gold? Are those gold chains?
No, they're like, he might have like a crystal on there.
Just never seen that in my life. So it's a single chain, but he's got a couple of charms on it.
Yeah, it's like charms.
He's got a bit of a Pandora bracelet situation going on over there.
Well, and then he's also got several bracelets on, several rings.
So this is some sort of European, right?
No, I think he's probably New Orleans.
No.
Yeah.
No.
He's not European.
Where was this photo taken?
In an airport.
Well, New Orleans is the most European city, Tom, so I wasn't that far off.
That's true, actually. Also, the most European city, like where? In
America, yes. Yeah. In America.
And then this lady is rocking John Lennon glasses like I was wearing when I showed up to help you move, and a colorful scarf. Here's what happened. They refused to move their luggage off the seats next to them so an elderly couple could sit.
Dog shit.
The elderly couple actually asked the guy to move his stuff, and he said, "To where? The floor?"
Oh. Oh, no. Boy, this is kind of a stone cold case right here.
And then she goes, secondary zero of the week, his hair. Yes.
That's 100% correct. Wait, so these old people walked up and they were like, "Excuse me, young man."
Would you be able to move your luggage to the floor? And he goes, to what? To the
To
floor?
the floor? I bet his wife was like, "Good one.
Got him.
Got him."
They'll be dead soon anyways. We don't have to move for them.
It is Kobe. That yeah, it's inexcusable behavior. But I mean, obviously, this man doesn't know how to behave out in the world as it is. You could clock that from 6 miles away. Just the
Yeah.
hairdo.
Yeah, I mean, he is one where the second they sat down across from me, I'd go AirPods on quiet, but I'd keep them in, so I'm going undercover spy
in.
mode.
And I also do appreciate. I don't typically appreciate taking photos of gross people in public.
This is an important photo.
That's it honestly is an exception because you do need to put your dang eyeballs on these people so you can really feel the hate.
Also, now knowing they did that, and then the way she's looking at her phone, can't you just hear her tone of voice?
Gosh, she's just. I bet she is absolutely horrific to wait staff.
Oh my God. And they seem like maybe they're like, you know, the kind of couple. Okay, you know who they are? Have you ever seen Matilda?
No.
Oh, Danny DeVito plays like this dirtbag dad. And the mom and the wife is so brutal. And they're basically like,
but they're like somehow kind of entitled.
Well, they're entitled, but they're absolute like trash people.
Yeah.
That's the vibes they're giving me. Like they're gonna order the cheapest thing on the menu and complain about it.
Not tip.
Also, no, not tip. And then also have like a Gucci purse.
Well, it's not real.
It's not. It was. He told her it was real though. And
it's like insanely fake. They're also gonna like pretend to find a beer bottle cap in their like risotto and be like, "Oh, we're gonna need the whole thing."
Oh yes.
And they're like, "Oh, we actually don't even sell that kind of beer here, so you obviously planted it." And they're like, "Ah, now I'm gonna sue the whole company."
They go. That? She looks in her purse. She's like, "What beer do you sell?"
She just pulls out like a little sandwich bag.
Yeah. Oh, sorry about that.
Just full of buttons and like, like different shit that she puts in there.
Let's see. Would yeah. Oh, I still have that old finger. Yeah. Would a finger work?
About that kind of nail. Yeah, blue nail. I have a giant blue nail clipping right here. Found that in this as well. Yeah, those people absolutely suck. It's just here's the thing. And here's the thing. You see these old people coming from a mile away. They shouldn't even have to ask.
No. You
pick up the bag.
Also, it's not. I mean, if an old enough couple comes up, you get your butt out of the seat.
Get up. Yeah.
It's not even that. It's not even them losing the seat. It's their bag.
Yeah. What, on the floor?
To where? The floor? Oh.
So what? And I want to know what happened with the old people. Did they just slink off?
I don't know. Lizzie, you didn't send the rest of that.
See, we need the ends of the stories. I need to know what happened to the old people.
I know. Sometimes
I need to know if they had any snarky response.
I think sometimes people try to keep it short, which I kind of appreciate, but also we need the full story.
Do need the full story, and hey, because I did just complain about, here's a long one.
Yeah, I know exactly. And we usually do. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Oh, okay. What are you sending the whole story now? You know what? That's our own zero behavior. Ooh, yeah. I had some loser behavior that I exhibited.
Okay, let's hear it.
What do you think of this? God, I felt like such a fucking dumbass. I'm hanging with some people that like I don't know very well, but they are like higher on the totem pole than I am.
Yeah, okay.
And I know of them, and I know of the. I have some experience in the people in their crew a little bit, and I was one of those guys that was just over familiar. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I've done this, and it feels bad.
It is one of the, like, in retrospect, it is one of the most off-putting, grossest things that a person can do. Because I did clock it at one point. I just got a look from somebody, and I was like, immediately, I was like, oh, I'm going to shut the fuck up for the rest of the time.
Oh, no, you felt it?
Oh, I felt it so hard. And it wasn't like nobody said anything. It was just one of those things you could feel where I was like, I'm talking too much.
Yeah, I've also felt it with a reaction to a story where like it's about something they know about that I don't. And I'm like, God, that's crazy. And then I'm like, why did I just react like I knew what they were talking about?
I don't even know that person that well. Like at all.
I can't believe James did that. And they're like, who's How do you know that?
I spoke with authority like twice
Ah, no.
when I just flat out should not have. And it was on that second one. I just caught a look from somebody, and it was immediately like, oh, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just sit
my
on
bad.
back and shut the fuck up. And that is, it's not zero behavior because there's no intention behind it, but it is loser behavior.
Yeah, it's loser behavior. Yeah.
Because it did sneak out of, I mean, that's got to come out of what? Insecurity? Being uncomfortable?
It's purely insecurity. And it's like I'm a little beyond my typical depth here.
Well, let me prove that I'm cool.
Yeah.
I get it. Hey,
you know,
look,
it's
folks,
not loser behavior, Timothy. Clocking it, recognizing it, and acknowledging that, hey, I can grow here. I can improve my behavior here.
Because I don't think that anybody would walk away from that and go, you know who is fucking annoying?
No.
Because I did shut my big fat trap.
It's just
after
that is loser. That isn't really loser behavior on a one-off. It's loser behavior if it's a pattern.
If it's a pattern, but then you're sneaking into zero town.
Yeah. Then it's creeping up on gross negligence of you're just that guy at every hang.
Yeah, so you're always insecure and trying to overcompensate and prove zero. Stinks, boo.
Yeah.
Oh, I just felt like such a fucking dipshit.
Man, fuck. I had something very similar where I was like, that's loser behavior, and I need to write that down, and I didn't write it down. And
hey, Tom, I didn't write this down either. It has been seared in my brain.
Your brain wrote it down for you. Your brain keeps writing it on the whiteboard.
Dude, right when I keep erasing it, my brain's like, nah. We're not done with this yet.
Still the lesson of the week.
Yeah, I hope this paint's just passing through. Doubt it.
Oh, wow. A little Noah Khan lyric.
How about that?
There.
A little callback for
my
your
brother.
ass, Tom.
My brother goes, dude, I'm also mad at Tim, by the way. Just out of the blue. And I was like, what? And he's like, he won't listen to the rest
always
of the
mad
album.
at me.
No,
your whole family is always kind of mad at me.
No, he goes, he won't listen to the rest of the album. And I'm like, yeah, I know. You could tell. I think it was very obvious that I was actually pissed about that last week.
Look, it's no indictment of anybody. It's just this is the way that I consume music. I need to consume this song until I literally can't listen to it anymore, and then I will go on to the other ones.
Is that how you consume music usually?
Yeah.
Oh, this is an indictment of anyone but you. This is an indictment of you, actually.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah.
What? I can't listen to music the way I want to listen to music.
No,
Tom.
you have to listen to music the way I want you to listen to music.
No. I like to absolutely go to town because here's what I need to accomplish with a song. I need to accomplish where I know every word, so then I can sing along with the song. And then once I can sing along with the song, now I'm able to really start having some fun with the song. And then I get tired of it and I move on.
Brother, once you hit the rest of this album, you'll be able to sing along with the whole album.
I know, but I got to get there with this first one, Tom. Hey, I'm dipping my toes in. Can a guy not dip? Hey, I found this thing independently, Tom, and now you're going to try to shove it all down my throat?
Okay, well, I tried to not let you find it independently. I told you about it 35 times.
No, you didn't.
I've been talking about Noah Khan on the podcast that we've done weekly for a year and a half.
No.
Yeah, dude. I talked about the whole religious experience I had at his concert.
No, but you didn't make mention of who it was or, ooh, Tim, you should give this a spin.
There's no chance I haven't recommended him.
No.
I've thrown him in the chat. I mean, it's been...
The chat that I left, I'm not even in the chat anymore.
It was way pre you leaving. Anyways, I'm not dying on this Noah Khan hill. I got one more zero submission for your ass here.
Lay it on me.
This is from Sam. We got a 0 of the week submission. Pink-haired mother of the 2 kids sitting behind me on my 4-hour flight who let them yell at each other constantly, kicked my seat in the seat next to me, and had them watch a movie on their iPad on full volume with no headphones.
Hate it so much.
Here's the thing. I don't love the it seems like maybe he went into it a little judgmental right away because he goes, the pink-haired mother. There's nothing wrong with having pink hair.
No, it's fine.
And I said, what was the movie? I don't know why I asked this clarifying question.
He's like, it's Michael Clayton. You're like, oh, this is not a problem at all.
Oh, that's amazing. So you just also had a great time? It was Princess and the Frog. Oh, but he goes, also the kids were a 12-year-old and a 10-year-old. so they were old enough to have manners. That is where it's tough. That is where it moves into
I mean, those are
zero.
old
But I don't
kids.
know. I have a hard time giving a parent on a plane a zero because like it just seems like the
Yeah, I know, but I
worst
mean,
scenario.
if we start doing that, but we are talking about a 10 and a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
We're not talking about a 2 and a 3-year-old here, Tom.
No,
What is a
no.
12-year-old? They're in 6th grade?
Yeah, maybe seventh even.
Like, I mean, these are kind of adults walking around.
Yeah, that's a big I mean, that kid's the size of me.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough. It's tough when the kids are of age.
I think I'm very against giving her the zero because it feels like the submitter was against her by saying the pink-haired mother. You can leave the pink hair out of it.
The pink-haired mother is a
That's so like that's something a 70-year-old man would say.
well. So what do you think the indictment is there of the pink-haired mother? Like right out of the gate, do you think he's saying this is somebody that's like I think he would accuse this person of probably being like a participation trophy person. Everyone gets a thing. They don't discipline their kids. Is that what we're thinking?
Yeah, maybe, or just an idiot. I don't know.
Because if that is the accusation, and they have a 10 and 12-year-old and they're acting a dang fool.
So
what would you? Hey, Tom, if you were on a plane at 12 years old and you were absolutely causing mayhem, are Nick and Aaron sitting there giving you a thumbs up, or are you getting a little bit of a backhand?
No, I'm not yet. I mean, I also, yeah, the movie on the iPad with no headphones. Get the kids some headphones.
Headphones are the plane will give them to you.
Yeah, they're right there.
I mean, headphones are simply a must. And then if your kids, it's like when you see kids like of age absolutely misbehaving in a restaurant, you kind of
like,
don't look at the kids.
How did we get
you look
here?
at the parents and you're going, well, what happened?
Yeah, it's to the parents.
You're making all like the pink hair. I will give you that has nothing to do with it, but it is like, hey, this is on you because these kids are causing a problem for everybody else on the plane, and it was your responsibility to turn these into functioning human beings.
Also, he said kicking my seat. Like, you got to really kick a seat for it to make a difference on a plane.
I know. And I thought they were really little kids, but the kick seat, because just the way the legs would be angled, but the 12-year, their knees are bending.
Right, so the 12-year-old's going like, he's like leaning back, pulling up his knee, and then just like spring releasing it into the back of the seat.
I mean, 12-year-old kids, you ever see some of these 12-year-old kids are huge.
Yeah, but okay, I'll say this. If we're going 1-0 of the week, that's a good candidate. If we're going 1-0 of the week, though, the couple saying to the floor, it wins for sure.
Without a shadow of a doubt, because on the other side, it is still a mom on a plane.
I know, it's still the worst scenario.
It is still somebody dragging 2 kids on a plane. And sometimes you see these parents where you're like, boy, you look fucking exhausted.
Dude.
Maybe she was just out of gas.
I'm staying with my sister and my brother-in-law right now. They told us a story last night of they had a nightmare scenario where their 6-month-old puked before they even got on the plane in the airport. Oh, so I had to like do the whole wipe down, clean out the stroller situation, get on the plane. The second they sit down, he starts projectile vomiting again. Then the kid in the aisle behind them, different family, starts puking. And then a random guy who got too drunk in the airport gets on the plane, sits next to Adam, my brother-in-law, and then starts vomiting in his own hands.
I mean, what? The world is falling apart.
It is falling apart.
A grown man vomiting in his hands on the plane?
His own hands, and he goes, it's so weird. I only had like a beer and a sandwich.
Yeah, and you're like, hey, man, I'm not a cop. Like, you don't have to tell me this bullshit.
Yeah.
I only had 2 beers, man. You're like, hey, I'm just the guy sitting next to you.
You're projectile vomiting blood into your lap. I think you got a problem, champ.
Man, I mean, I wonder, like, with a parent, like, all right, so kid throws up before. You go through the rush. You clean it all up. You're like, okay, thank God. Let's get on the plane. Kid throws up again. I wonder if anywhere inside of a parent's brain are they like, what if I just left this kid at the airport?
I think it's right at the front of the brain.
Oh, it's not even one of those suppressed memories. It's like really up there. You're like, you really have to try to not.
It's the main thought. I got to assume in that moment on second puke, You're already on the one change of clothes that you had.
Because I just would really, I think at that second puke, I would be going, all right, this kid is still young enough where like if I just got rid of it, they wouldn't even know that I existed.
That's so fucked up.
Please stop puking on this plane.
Oh,
I only gave you a beer and a sandwich. Why are you puking this much anyway?
You had one beer. Grow up.
Oh,
Please,
what the hell?
actually, grow up quick.
Well, we're gonna save this other zero for another week.
Yeah,
we had
because we
those
got
are-
it
those-
certified.
Yeah, that's a stone colder right there. And then the other one was close,
Yeah,
but
it's not bad.
we will always give a long leash to parents on a plane. Everybody knows this about
Parents on a
about
plane and
roommates.
service industry.
And service industry always get a long leash
They
from
get
the
a
boys.
long leash.
That's just what it is. I don't know if keeping them on a leash is necessarily a great thing, but you guys know what we're saying.
They get a long leash in our basement.
They can run around as much as they want in the dark.
It's more of a chain, and it's around their ankles. But
No, we love you. Hey, people out there. I wish I was one of those guys that, like, if you saw that guy being a dick to the old people, I wish I was one of those guys that was like, hey,
I know.
you know what I mean?
I've only done it a couple times. It's actually been in the airport pretty much any time I've stood up to anyone.
Got to sometimes.
Yeah, because that is where people are just like grossly negligent.
Horrible human being.
But mostly for me, I get them in the line. I get them when I go, hey, when people are being dicks to each other trying to get on the plane, I just go, hey, we're all gonna get on there.
We're all getting on. It's fine.
We're gonna all be waiting on that jet bridge. I keep saying, I've said that like 3 times this year.
And it's like, hey, your seat is also assigned. Like,
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
It's not like if you rush to the front, oh, look, I got first class.
That's what some of the people are thinking that.
It's like, oh, you're going to the same seat. Calm down.
God.
Oh, these people out in this
23B is gonna be there whenever you get on the flight.
Oh, absolutely pissed. Tom, where are we at?
I think we can wrap this bad boy up.
Let's put a bow on
Slightly
it.
shorter, but I gotta get on the road because I think I'm driving about 11 hours your way right now.
Oh, you're coming all the way to New York City.
Yes, sir.
Damn, dude. Do you remember that commercial where they were like, he gets his salsa from New York City? That Pace salsa commercial?
That seems like a southern one.
Nah, maybe. Quite
I
possibly.
mean, did you hear the voice you just did it in?
Well, it was a spot-on impression, Tom. What do you want me to do? Not nail it?
So southern as hell. You think that ad is running in Minnesota? No chance.
Well, they weren't Southern people. They were like cowboys.
Ah. And
he brought out his salsa, and they were like, what? And who cares? It was a really good commercial, but I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Who cares? Where are you gonna be this weekend?
Oh, Tom, I'm leaving. I got 10 shows in Washington,
DC starting today, actually, right?
Yes, starting today. We got
but you can only promote some of them.
But hey, I'll be at a couple of
Where'd 10 come from?
I'll be around the city. DC
Improv. You're headlining the DC Improv.
Ripping 5 of them at the DC Improv. It's going to be an excellent time. We're going to have a little fun for once. I mean, why not? You know,
for once in your life. I'm interested to see how you make these other shows work. I'm going to be getting live updates, I hope.
Well, they're 7 minutes apart.
Yeah, but what time do the shows start?
The exact same time.
That is going to be an issue.
No. Boom, hit this one. 7 minutes, boom, close it out.
At your own headlining show, you're not going to be on time?
Tom, sometimes you got to make things work. I've cleared it.
Insane.
No, it's not. I've cleared it with all the powers that be.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, incredible.
Yeah, so we're like Gucci.
Are you lying to my face right now? Or...
I am not. I would never.
Okay.
So come on out if you live in Washington, D.C. Just, I don't know, walk into any comedy venue. I'll either be coming or going. Make sure you say hello.
and then I'll be just at one place in D.C. on June 16th. So just you have 2 weeks to recover from seeing Tim 10 times. Because we do expect that you go to every show.
You will be there.
And you can split an Uber with Tim in between shows. And then June 16th, Father's Day. Bring your dad.
Bring your freaking dad out. Tom's got dad material. It'll be nice.
I got plenty of it. And then we got Raleigh coming up. and just added St. Pete's and Seattle and Minneapolis. And they're on somekidtommy.com. Go get some tickies.
ST
Where are your tickets?
SKT.
Did you
.com.
have you renewed your website? Tim S.
We love you guys. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Tell a friend, tell a foe. Come out to a show. Find us on Instagram. We love you.
He married my sister, now we're living together.